Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everybody, my name is Izzat. Today I want to talk to you about the importance of blood donations. First and foremost, our blood is one of the most valuable components of our bodies. It circulates our bodily systems and keeps our organ functioning properly. We are all here today because of the blood that circulates through our bodies at all times of the day. Here's an interesting fact. The majority of us here have 4.5 liters to 5.5 liters of blood in our bodies right now. Our hearts circulate approximately 7,000 liters of blood per day. That equates to 20,000 kilometers of blood travel per week as it washes overall our bodily organs. Our blood connects all of our cells, tissues, and organs. Remember, when we found out about components of the heart back in high schools and how the heart pumps our blood to all of the sections of our body. Imagine if our heart were unable to do its job to perform its purpose due to insufficient of blood. Unfortunately, this happens more frequently than you might think. People who have lost blood due to accident or hemorrhage during childbirth and other causes are always in need of more blood. Blood transfusions are used to save these people's lives at this point. But how are they supposed to do that if they doesn't have enough bullets? Our country, Malaysia, has been at risk of blood supply depletion for the past year due to pandemic. To control the spread of COVID-19, the Malaysian government had to impose a movement control order. As a result, the country blood supply is currently in critical conditions, and I urge all of you to donate bloods during this critical time. Maybe right now you are asking, why should I give away my own blood? According to Malaysia Health Director General Dr. Hisham Abdullah, the country's blood bank stock has decreased by 40% this year due to pandemic. This statistic is especially distressing given the insatiable demand for blood. Blood collections has become extremely difficult, putting many innocent lives at risk who require blood transfusions. The lack of participation of eligible blood donors endangers the lives of many people who deserve to live long lives. If you are generally healthy, free of any diseases, over the age of 17, and follow a healthy sexual lifestyle, you may be eligible to donate your blood and save others. Millions of people worldwide would benefit from blood transfusions. Cancer patients, organ transplant patients, surgical patients are among those I mentioned earlier. Blood donation also benefits premature infants and trauma victims. It is common to hear that blood the nation saved the lives of innocent people, but did you know how it can also help you save yours? Let me be clear the air of how you are able to save not you are able to save not only others but also by donating blood once. Eligible blood donors can save up to 3 lives. Blood donations are recommended once in every 3 months or 4 times a year. Each of unit of blood donated is divided into three primary components: red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Each of these is stored separately and used for various treatments. Red blood cells are used to treat anemia. White blood cells are used to treat, treat, treat infections, and platelets to control bleeding. Imagine 12 lives was saved in 1 year. Imagine saving up to 120 lives after donating blood on regular basis for 10 years. Isn't that something that makes you feel like $1 million? Donating blood is not as frightening as it may sound. Personally, I was terrified of donating blood for the first time. I remember it turned out to be a simple procedure. After 48 hours, your blood naturally replenishes itself. To donate blood, simply go to your nearest blood drive or National Blood Center donation suite and tell them you want to donate your blood. They will first ask you questions about your sexual history and health. This is a very important part of donating and requires you to be completely honest because certain criteria may put your blood at a risk containing diseases that could be passed from one onto another blood transfusions patients. Following the health questions, they will take a drop off from from your finger to determine the percentage of red cells in your blood. Your blood pressure, temperature, and pulse will also be measured. Giving blood also lower your risk of having a heart attack. Lower your risk because it reduces the amount of iron in your blood, which can lead to cardiovascular disease or complications. A study found that donating blood even once a year can cut the risk of heart attack by 88% because there is less iron in your body, in your blood. It can also keep your liver healthy. As a result, you are not only saving the life of others but also yours. If that wasn't enough to persuade you to donate blood, let me bring it to life by telling you a story about my little cousin. My little cousin name was Adam. He is my 8-year-old cousin. Was diagnosed with cancer when he 3 years old. He needed major surgery to remove a large tumor from his abdomen. He spent majority of his life in hospital, receiving chemotherapy and treatments for infections that may have occurred as a result of his low white blood cell count. His doctor estimated that he would require more than 200 units of blood to replace all of the cells that were destroyed during chemotherapy sessions. I saw firsthand how heartbroken his parents were. Adam is excruciating pain while battling cancer, believing that he would never be able to go to school, have friends, or graduate high school. Things that most of us take for granted. He was cancer free after several years of painful treatments and blood transfusions. He was able to survive and is now living a happier and longer life. Thanks to everyone who donated their blood. They had given this second chance to this precious child. Finally, I hope that everyone here will begin donating blood if they are eligible. Please do your part to help save another Adam out there. You have no idea how incredible it will do will be possibly save even one life. Being able to provide a second chance to someone in need. Thus, empathy for those around us. Empathy for those around us is the foundation of happy and joyful life. You never know. The blood you donate could given to a loved one if they requires a blood transfusions. For a change, pretend you are a hero. Take advantage of this opportunity to save lives and bestow the ultimate gifts, the gift of life. Thanks for listening my speech, and I urge you to take actions starting from today.